What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Chris Sweets, as always, logging in and pressing start for Honkai Impact. I almost said Star Rail. Impact Third Part 2. Last time we left off, we went a bit more into the past. We learned that Toss was a bit of a murderer, you know. Oh dear. Oh no. I've got to say, they have cooked. This seems to be a chapter heavily focusing on Helia's past. And to a degree, Corali's past. And I can appreciate that. You know, these two characters, they're slowly giving us more and more. Okay, this is definitely going to become one of her outfits then. When are they going to give us this outfit? If she has a model with the school uniform, it's going to be one that we're going to get. The only thing we won't get as a costume, alright, if they ever do it again. But Impact Third, by the way, will likely never go down this path again, is swimsuits. We will, in any Hoyoverse game, never get swimsuits again, pretty much, apparently. Or they'll avoid, to the best degree, they seem to be avoiding swimsuits. Because if I'm right, the Kiana one caused the CEO to be threatened with his life. So, I can fully agree with that. Want to hang out later? The exams are totally over. I can use a break. Hey, didn't you fail in every single subject except Honkai adaptability? That doesn't matter. As long as I aced it, I have plenty of time to improve in both practice and theory. I never thought I'd be training here one day. I mean, they used to study in this place. I didn't ever think we'd reach that level, no matter how long we train here. I'm guessing they is May, Kiana, all of them. Hello, Nelson. Hello, welcome on in. How you doing? Oh. I'm sorry, hang on. Is she in a uniform as well? Okay, they've given her. They're gonna give them both uniforms. Why is life so short? You never cared about Toto, so you don't care about me? Oh, this is just after her scene, then. Hello? Are you asleep? Sorry, I couldn't find an empty classroom, so I guess I'll just stay here. I'll keep it down. I just need to do a bit of cramming. Open the airtight safety valve and then... Where was it again? Let me check. Oh, turn the bottom handle clockwise. I should probably go over this again. I mean, the device that goes clockwise. Ah, did I wake you? Sorry. Helia? Susanna? Huh? You know who I am? I've been hearing about this amazing new recruit, so I got curious and came to watch you train. I wanted to say hi, but you were so focused that I couldn't find the right moment. Never much stop about saying hi and lurking. I'm doing good so far, getting into a lot of card games. We're on a very busy stream-heavy week this week, because this week's recording is it's the crunch. The last of the 2024 crunch. So, what is funny is this recorded video probably won't be coming out until like April, June, or July. Because there's just that much stockpiled of Honkai Impact Third Part 2. But as it stands, I'm doing good. Getting over a lot of card games. Recently we did our opening of yet another series, and I'm hoping I can do that more into the new year. I mean, the beginning of 2025, there is a Pokemon set releasing based on evolutions. I want to go into it. Also, I've been having a little bit of Pokemon Unite every now and then. Not a ton. Haven't managed to play Tinkaton yet. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to get on the servers. So, I've learned a lot about you from your videos, Senpai. The tips and tricks you share in the column about reciting theories and restoring deleted files are super helpful. I check them out from time to time during breaks. Oh wow, you actually find my videos useful? A star student like you? Absolutely. Thanks for putting them out there. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about starting a new column to share my experiences. Wasn't feeling too confident about it, but after hearing you say that, I feel like I could whip up 6 videos in a day. She blushing, or is that my screen? I think that's my screen. Are you thinking about sharing some tips on completing missions, or maybe some battle skills? I think everyone here would love that. I don't think so. All I'd be able to share is how to recover after messing up a mission or failing an exam, or how to make things less awkward when you accidentally walk in the wrong meeting room, that kind of stuff. Multiverses and ZZZ? Not bad. I haven't played either of those, really. I've been playing Marvel Rivals, though. That's been okay. You'd be interested in that, would you? Sure I would. You've come with some awesome content, and it's all super useful. Really? I never thought people would actually benefit from the lessons I've learned. I'm always messing up things for all kinds of reasons, which, on the bright side, has taught me how to bounce back quickly from setbacks. In that case, how do you recover from setbacks quickly? If that's what you want to know, you've come to the right person. I practice my own theory quite often. Honestly, every time my teammates finish a mission, I'm the one left standing around cleaning up the mess I made. It's really frustrating. But on a recent mission, thanks to a friend, I came to a conclusion. We don't need to be anyone else, just a better version of ourselves. Whenever we mess up this time, we'll get it right next time. And if we fail again, well, there's always a third chance. I would definitely say jump on it before the sweats get too heavily involved in it. While Marvel Rivals is a broken mess, jump on it and play. It's a funny broken mess. Sometimes you need to leap before you look. That's what my friend said. If you're too focused on the end result, you'll miss out on seeing your growth all along the way. Halia didn't reply, her head drooping, but the radiant senpai next to her sounded increasingly earnest, genuinely trying to help. Hey, it's no big deal. It took me a long time to figure that out too. I messed up countless missions before I got the hang of it. And you've just started here, and you're an excellent student. I'm sure you'll find your way in no time. But senpai, speak your mind. Ask me anything that's been bothering you, and I'll share everything I know. As long as it's not about hands-on practice or combat. If you have any questions other than those, I will have an answer for you. But how can a Valkyrie rank D in Honkai adaptability change her predetermined ability? How hard does she have to work? Huh? How long would it take for someone with no natural talent to catch up with someone who's gifted for working hard? Well, even someone without natural advantage can still grow and achieve their own dreams, becoming the best version of themselves. No, I don't think so. It makes no difference whether an average person puts in effort or not. It's like a sunflower following the sun. It doesn't become the sun, but it still grows into a tall, proud flower that stands out. It doesn't need to become the sun. But I don't want to stay as I am. Ilya, that's why I have to push myself. It's not about pushing yourself. Facing setbacks is a necessity. It's a necessary part of the journey when pursuing your dream, right? So, I will say there's 3 games I want to play in the new 2025 at the moment. I can't talk about one of them because it's a special one. Actually, technically 4. But when we're done with the cutscene, I'll go into that one. Before an inventor creates something groundbreaking, countless people might call themselves foolish, insisting that they're wasting their time chasing an impossible dream. But it's okay to preserve, but it's only by persevering even, that they create the things that expand what we think is possible, right? We know they succeed only after the fact. There's no way to know in the moment if their efforts will lead humanity forward or come to nothing. See? No one can predict what will happen next, so isn't it absurd to conclude that something is impossible for you? But isn't it more pathetic to have someone to devote what precious finite life they have to something they can't prove to be unrealistic? If that's true, then those who devote their finite lives to seemingly impossible dreams are the most courageous of all. I knew you'd say that. I'm not just saying it. Maybe one day I'll catch a glimpse of your future self in one of my pre-cognitive dreams. Really? Well, I hope she won't let herself or her friends down. Of course she won't. Thank you, Chrono. Look. Look. Hmm? Oh, we have to tail. Okay. Well, I can talk during this then. So... I have a few games that I definitely want to do in 2025. One of them is a game I've been looking forward and looking towards being able to play for ages. Take it. Thank you, sir. I wish you a long and happy life. How can I achieve my goal if I were to live a long life? Forget it. Where's your family? The shadow monster got my brother, and now it's just me. I'm sorry to go through such tragedy in this blessed land. I hope my efforts today, though a bit late, can help ease your pain, even if just a little. Please take this plate to the entrance of the venue where the qualifiers are held. Someone will be waiting there to take you to the school, where you can learn to read and eventually find a decent job to support yourself. Thank you, sir. If only my brother was still around. The company of others is always fleeting. One day, you will need to rely on yourself. Take on your own responsibilities and walk this world alone. The child picked up the heavy plate, grasping only half of what Latos had said. When she looked up, she saw a vague smile on the man's solemn face. Okay. Go. I'm afraid it won't be safe for you to stay here. Does Latos hope that the children can find a way to live on their own? He's worlds apart from the person who ruthlessly murdered Yunli and Ruby. That's alright, thank you for popping by. I will see you around. Thank you for the luck as well. Hope you had a lovely game to play in the background there. What a complicated man. Hold on, he's leaving. So, what I was saying, there's one game that I can't say what it is. After its announcement, I kind of want to do a replay, replay of Okami on the PS5. But I also want to replay. I also want to replay Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Suit yourself then. Help! Help me, I don't want to die! How do you feel? I'm alright. Thanks for saving me. How you protected everyone? You're a true A-rank Valkyrie. I'm merely fulfilling my duty. But sir, do you know why Latos attacked you? I didn't do anything. I don't know why Latos attacked me. Or why he sent these shadow monsters after me. Are you also participating in the Ten Shoes War? Huh, that's right, how did you know? One minute Latos helping orphan kids, and the next he's targeting participants. Maybe he's only after them. Krona, we need to track him down on one of the participants. Yeah. I hope he hasn't gotten too far. Tossed. I'm gonna kill you! Something went wrong. Oh boy. It seems they found the quarry first. You murderous scum! If you insist on calling me that, I don't mind committing another crime to prove you right. Shen! Stop! About time you two showed up. I thought you'd be more efficient. Huh? Tell me, what's your reason for trailing me? Did you also break into my humble abode like she did? Are you itching to put me to death? convinced of my guilt simply because some scribblings on a random piece of paper. This isn't about them. You crossed off my sister's name. You killed her just like you killed everyone else. Why is it that the weak are always so self-righteous? No matter. There are plenty of ways to fast end, wouldn't you agree? I'm gonna kill you and avenge my sister! Let go of her! This ends here, Latos. You're not going to hurt any more people. I won't allow it. Oh. How do you intend to accomplish that? I'll do my best to stop you. Very well. I hope you won't disappoint me. Ooh, new enemy type. Whoa, hello! Hey, my eyes are up here! Whoa, tons of new enemies. I am okay with this. Okay, laser beams. See if we can get our X up. Because we clearly need it to break that. Okay, scorpion enemies are old, but nothing's child's play. I have no more intention of wasting time on you. Is that all you've got? And that's how the story ends. Helia! Shadows stretch from Latos' side, ensnaring them tightly. You're even more feeble than I thought. It's almost comedic that I ever expected more from you. What's your game anyway? Let Shen go! You are nothing but a stammering pushover. A good for nothing. All I've done is summon a few shadow monsters, and you're already at the end of your tether. I don't have to listen to you. Let them go. This is between you and me. You're a fool for thinking you stand a chance against me. You should have come, ambushed me on that road. Then I might have improved your chances. But no. You hesitated and are concerned for a stranger's safety. I missed a perfect opportunity. The ends don't justify the means. That's not something an honorable warrior would do. If you were truly strong enough to settle with a single blow, it wouldn't matter whether you seized the opportunity or not. But here you are, spouting noble words while arriving at my feet. You were born a failure. Even so, I'll do everything in my power to stop you. She struggled to stand, but couldn't move an inch. If you wish to accomplish anything, you must cast aside all hesitation and forge the inner resolve necessary to eliminate every obstacle in your path. You must also understand the necessity of doing whatever it takes to reach your goal, but you lack all of that. You overestimate your strength and falter when faced with important decisions. You do not possess any talent that sets you apart from your common rabble, and you are more a fool for thinking you could ever stand in my way for even an instant. Sis, did it hurt this much for you too? Why did you do that to her? She was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and saw something she wasn't meant to see. That's it. She stumbled upon you murdering innocent people. For that she had to die? Innocent? The inadequate are never innocent. They will never contribute to the cause, so they have no reason to live. So your cause is to murder all the participants? It's pointless to try and trick me into telling you you're my plan. Our companions will be here any moment, Natas. Let Shen go while you still have the chance, or all your crimes will be exposed. So what? Since you've set yourself against me, I won't hesitate to add a few more corpses in the name of my cause. As for Shen, she's indeed somewhat innocent. She wasn't meant to suffer this misfortune, yet here she is, seeking her own demise. Only because I wasn't willing to talk to Crowley that Shen came here by herself after receiving the message. She didn't have to. You don't have what it takes to stop me. You do, however, excel at making others pay for your foolishness. Well, the definition of loser. No! Why am I always a failure? They actually fucking killed her. Why can't I keep up with everyone else? Why am I never good enough? Why do I always make things worse? Why are my efforts never enough? Why can't can I only be a better version of myself? I don't want to be me at all. I don't want to be the mediocre Helia, always trying her best just to keep up. Helia the loser. Helia! I don't want to be Helia. Is she gonna get like a Super Saiyan, like a power up now? Huh? Nope, I can dodge that. Come on. This is the turning point, clearly. Oh, this is what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be the turning point. Clearly. Although, 1 damage at a time seems a bit rude, doesn't it? Oh my god, a 2! Oh wait, I'm taking damage? Why am I taking damage? If I were her. Oh, I love this version of her, though. I absolutely love this version of Durandal. That's the joke. I love this version of her. I'm glad I got to play it. But I can never catch up to her. Because I'm not her. And you'll never be her, Helia. And that's okay. Girl, come on. Helia, you can't always come out on top. There'll always be someone smarter or more industrious out there. It's okay. She's a good girl. She'll pick herself up. Why am I only Helia? No matter how hard I try, I only end up hurting people I want to protect. I hate everything here, and I hate who I am. Why am I only Helia? I want her to stay herself. This is pointless. My entire existence is a joke. Yeah, she's just a loser who tortures herself and drags others down with her. What's the point of even trying? Hell yeah. Come on! We're crawling, get back up! Get your ass up, girl! You can't just leave us behind. I'll agree tenfold on that. There are still people waiting for me. Life isn't a game. You don't get to choose its difficulty. It's hardly shameful if you lose a battle against an enemy who outranks you. But I lose all the time. Well, I bet those who lost to you won't agree with that. There's always someone who can beat me easily. Someone I can never catch up with. That means the game's far from over. It'd be a pity to give up halfway without unlocking all the achievements. I can't do it. For an ordinary person like me, matching our teacher's achievements is only a daydream. Speaking of daydreaming, you're leagues away from me, the great Dark Lord Coralie. You know that's not what I meant. In a bad mood? Don't worry, I won't pry. In return, you're gonna skip the lab class with me again. Why do you always use hanging out with me as a pretense? When you clearly just want to have fun outside. It's okay. You're just an A-rank Valkyrie. It's not like the world's gonna end if you slack off or make a mistake once in a while. You're the only one who thinks that way. Are you realizing something now? She's always been there for you? Elliot, you're a hesitant and stubborn perfectionist who's both incredibly insecure and annoyingly arrogant. You always want to be brutally frank, aren't you? But no matter how you see yourself, or how long you plan to keep trying, where it takes forever, or as a wild goose chase, I'll always be your side as a friend and partner, because I believe in you. Come on. It's too early to give up. Hell yeah. You had it easy in coming back by faking sleep. I'm gonna try it myself next time. This is... We've done a thorough examination, and your injuries are minor. This is room during the 33rd Tenchi's War. Everyone's okay. Currently exchanging information with our teachers. Do you have any other questions? Alright. We're still at war. Since you're okay, I'll go inform everyone else. Wait. Yes. Are you hurting anywhere? Strange, I just loosened you up. Use the device to check you thoroughly, just to be safe. I'll go suggest the teachers that everyone returns to the patient and restart from the beginning. But if we end this cycle, everything we just accomplished will simply go down the drain, right? Idiot. The data isn't nearly as important as you... I mean, it's no big deal to start over. With our previous experience guiding us, I don't think it'll be much trouble to do it all over again, I think. Why do I get a feeling you're more enthusiastic about the job than the usual? Your weirdness must have rubbed off on me. Why hasn't my perfectly healthy work-life balance had any effect on you? Maybe I should keep learning from you. Here, this is my game console. Beat the game on the highest difficulty for me before the end of the cycle, and you can graduate as my proud apprentice. That'll be tough, but I'll give it a try. I get it now. You're trying to take my console away on the pretext of not having beaten the game, aren't you? I was kidding. Don't take it personally. It's alright. Actually, what I meant to ask was, did Latos attack you? Are you okay? He was already gone when I got there, so Chronai used the hammer to transport you from here to a nearby telephone booth. I'm happy to hear. Actually, hell yeah, Sorry, Cully. I shouldn't have said that to you. Oh yeah? You were right about everything. I'm actually mad at myself for not being able to become as strong as my teachers. And I don't want to be a version of myself. They and you are like stars that I keep chasing but can never reach. Me? Yeah, sometimes I envy your quick brain and the connection you share with the teachers. It's like you can grasp complex things effortlessly. I'm sure of how smart you are. You've picked up on how I feel. Not really. Really? Then how's it every time we argue, you do something weird to divert my attention and pull me out of those negative feelings? Like the time actually you got my report soaked and you said you didn't intend to finishing your own report anyway? Or when I was sulking about bombing that exam and you made me skip class for you on the pretense of getting some fresh air. Actually, I didn't want to skip the class, so it wasn't an excuse. No kidding. Hey, do you actually know me well or not, you teacher's pet? Durandal-sensei said partners are meant to learn from each other, mission by mission. Maybe she and Rita-sensei have been arguments from time to time. Sounds like we have a long way to go when it comes to developing our partnership. It's too much trouble getting used to a new partner. I guess I'll have to make do for now. Yeah, I suppose you'll have to. So Hylia, are you... What? Nothing. There's no training robot here. But if you still feel you need the vet, I can have Dr. G to set up a hollow protection for you to punch. Maybe that'll help you feel better. Huh? Well, I thought you liked that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, but how did you know that? What's gotten into me today? I completely forgot you didn't know anything about that, but it's okay. It's all news. It was the first time I saw you. I got into a fight with my teacher and wanted to find somewhere quiet where I could decompose. The training sessions were over for the day, but there was still a girl making a commotion on the field. 1 second. Is there seriously someone out there? How hard is it to find a quiet spot around here? That girl kept making those awful noises and throwing punches at the training robot. Her movements were stiff and all over the place. Like she was angry and simply needed to let off some steam. Seems like I'm not the only one who's bummed out today. And the both of us happen to be here. Come on. Come on! Finally. She was knocked to the ground by the robot. The wind knocked out of her. Looking at her, I actually felt good. Was I gloating? Why? Why am I the only one who can't do it? I'm working just as hard as everyone else, even harder. I didn't do anything wrong. Terrible things in this world rarely happen because someone did something wrong. Take Toto, for instance. He didn't do anything wrong. The goofy girl laying on the ground gradually fell silent. Unfortunately, the training grabbed for long and I could finally have some peace and quiet. But she was stubborn. No. Isn't the time to be giving up yet. Oh? She put herself in front of the training robot once more, swinging her fists with all her strength, the sweat on her neck glistening in the setting sun. I gotta give it another shot. I'm sure I can do it. How'd she get so confident? Is she gonna win this time? I overestimated her, alright. She slammed back down to the ground. I always found it amusing that I'd expect her to win. How long must I train before I can match her? Things are so easy for them, why can't... If becoming whoever you want was as easy as snapping your fingers, the world wouldn't be so full of conflicts and clashes. She pulled herself up and rose again in pain. Her legs were quivering uncontrollably, and her punches became increasingly erratic. I can't give up now. I've been working so hard. I can't let myself down. As long as I keep it up, I'm sure I'll achieve my dream in the end. Can hard work transcend the boundaries between life and death? Does stick to itiveness keep those close to you forever? Or naivety? Can't you see that too many things in the world are beyond our power? That's the reason I can't give up. Enough of this. It's pointless to keep hurling your fists like you are. You're only torturing yourself. I may rank low in Honkai adaptability, but I still beat you, didn't I? That's the point. Again! I watched her rise, throw a few more punches, and fall to the ground once again. She looked ridiculous. And so did I for running out with anger. What was she fighting against? What was I afraid of? There are always mysteries in the world that we can't solve, and troubles that refuse to go away. But perhaps we should always have faith in something like, I can do it! It's not over! She was like syphilis. Nope. Syphilis? I had the exact wrong thing. Although I'm guessing that's also probably just as persistent. Never stopping in her endeavor. What is that? Sisyphus. What is Sisyphus? I'm guessing it's actually a Oh, it's the guy with the rock that everyone was making a meme about a couple months back. Ah. Every time she fell, she would rise and drag her wounded body back up. As for me, I stood behind from a distance, silently watching her fight through it all. I hoped the girl, who seemed to have no regard for her own physical well-being, would give up. But for some reason, I also wanted her to defeat that damn training robot. Here I am, watching a weirdo punch a machine. If Einstein knew about this, she'd roast me to no end. Give it your all, you idiot. Huh? I did it. Oh my god, her ears are raised. I did it! You did it! Huh? Almost got caught. So you sneaked off. I wanted to give you some space. Don't make it sound as if I slinked off. Wouldn't you feel embarrassed you got yourself caught getting your butt handed to you by a training robot? I'm grabbing this photo. Hang on. You're telling me now, so what's the difference? You could have said it to me then. I didn't intend to say anything, but you asked. Alright. My bad. But I never got the chance to tell you this. In this world, we're not just the talented who works miracles. The stubborn do as well. The fact they're standing over there, piling up falling rocks in the first place, is a miracle of its own right. What's so funny, straight-A smug? You're very bad at this, Coraline. As long as you catch my drift, if you really care about improving your Honkai adaptability that much, I'll develop a tonic for you as a birthday gift as soon as I get back to the lab. For the record, I don't take responsibility for any strange side effects that may occur. She glanced at her partner beside her, cutting her off before she had a chance to speak. I was just messing with you. Ever noticed something, Coraline? What? Whenever you say something weird to others, I'm always the one jumping in to clear up the misunderstanding. But why is it when you joke with me, you're the one scrambling to explain yourself? What's so different? There's no difference. You're overthinking it. Really? Anyway, who knows what'll happen down the line? Just because we can't finish something now or beat a tough opponent doesn't mean it's game over. We don't have the prophetic powers that Krona has. So, until then, we'll just figure it out. That's how the game works, right? Can't beat a boss, stuck on a level, just pull up the strategy guide. Doesn't that kind of invalidate it a bit? How does it not count? It's just a guide. You still have to play and win on your own. Of course, I don't mind being a personal guide. After all, I am your partner. And a genius game reviewer to boot. Thank you. No need to thank me. This is nothing for Dark Lord Coraline. Great. Then I'll leave the small task of organizing the 32nd Tenshi War records in your capable hands. Actually, how about you stay upset at me and I'll finish all the work yourself instead? Nah, that won't work. I need you to help me with everything. Drop me. We're partners after all, aren't we? Oh. Moving up to the 33rd. Fine, let's go. We've been sitting around for too long. Time to move. Attention everyone, I got some good news. Helia is awake. Sorry to keep you all waiting. How are you feeling, Helia? Just like I finished running a marathon. That's good to hear. Oops. There's only one thing you need to know. As long as Helia can crack a joke that even the dark local Carlisle finds unfunny, she's perfectly fine. Was that supposed to be a joke? I wasn't joking. Was it really that hard to follow? It'd be like, I suddenly told you, I just pulled a no damage, no dodging, no blocking, no ultimate speed run. Okay. Somehow, I feel when Coralie has good news, there's always more to it. We just had a wee tiff earlier. Ask Helia if you don't believe me. In a blind spot no one could see, Coralie's tail lightly brushed against Helia's calf. Coralie's right. We just have a difference in opinion. Hardly a fight. Well, I suppose you could call it a quarrel, maybe? Hey. Relax. I was just reminded of an adventure between a Valkyrie and the temporary Adjust she was stuck with. The two disagreed on about everything, from what they should call each other to whether actors and actresses actually enjoyed their roles. In the end, they found their own unique way of communicating that worked for them. Just like you two have. I understand, Senpai. Now the good news out of the way, it's time to get down to business. Bianca and I didn't cover much from the retrospective, but it sounded like you two have been through quite a lot. I bet Helia's been itching to talk about it, but held back so she wouldn't spoil the mood. Coralie, what you said, when you said that everyone was safe, did that include contestant Shen from the 33rd Tenchi's War? Of course. That's the details I'll let Chrono explain. After I brought you back, I contacted Vida right away. Vida, where's Shen? Is she okay? There you go again, getting all worked up. Relax, I already looked into it for you. Your dear Shen is lying safely in a hospital bed, watching the news and cursing the toss for killing people in the arena. That's... I know you're worried about, but you shouldn't be. The entire incident was merely an isolated slice of history, made accessible thanks to Ajita's interference. Nothing you did in there will affect anything outside that slice. No time paradoxes, no ripple effects. It's just like all the times you've died in previous adventures, only to start it from scratch. So yes, the toss did kill Shen in that particular retrospective, but if you used the phone booth to go back to the start of the 32nd Shin War, everything will reset to exactly how it was the first time you went in. That being said, I do have one harsh truth to share. In the real time, the person the toss killed was a nameless bystander. But because of your interference, the one who died this time was Shen. In the end, the whole system is nothing more than a reenactment of history. Their fates have nothing to do with you. No matter how hard you try, the outcome of history is immutable. To that end, why take it so seriously? That Shen who died will reappear soon enough. She talks as if some lives matter more than others. She's trying to get under my skin, but I won't fall for it. The presence and passing of life are never to be taken lightly. No matter the time or place, the feelings left in our hearts are the truest reflections of reality. There's no less evil in this world. Each death symbolized the end of an entire world. Yeah. Life meaning should never be dictated by anyone else, nor should it be harmed on a whim. Every life carries the same weight. Furthermore, the ability to emphasize with lives we aren't directly connected to is part of what kept humanity alive until now. To those who don't know, a bubble universe formed by drifting travelers and only a bobbing and distant leaf in the sea of quanta. But even in this fleeting moment, that world anchored inside of me remains vibrant, and within it, millions of people are living their own lives, embracing their own emotions. Whether they exist in history or are written on stories, every person's world is equally real and meaningful. One day, we too will fade into history and turn to stories. we're no less real for it. The reality of the world's relative. The only difference lies in how much we understand it. The more we learn, the clearer the world becomes in our eyes, and the more vivid people within appear. When we understand their lives, identify with their emotions, and draw strengths from them, then they do exist, truly and undeniably, within our memories, within our hearts. So, what if this is just a simulation of history? So what if we can't change it for the future? We're saving them. Whether saving them has meaning or not, it's not something for me to decide, and me alone. No matter what, I won't stand by and let another tragedy unfold. If Latos's goal is really to kill every contestant, I'll do everything in my power to stop him. All signs point to him already made his move. Worse, seems tied to the shadow calamity we've been investigating. Speaking of which, do you remember Latos's so-called mortal sin that he kept alluding to a century from now? The one he never fully explained? Yeah. When we tracked a duo in the depths of the pool of shadows, we saw a vision of Latos. My situation is obvious. Although it was unintentional, I still committed a mortal sin. For that, I threw myself in prison to atone for my sins. But that price is still not enough. Only my life can make up for what I did. Could it be that the mortal sin refers to the crimes he's about to commit during the 33rd Tenshu's War? And does he aim to atone for those sins by creating the pool of shadows through his own death? Actually, while you were unconscious, we picked up quite a few rumors. If Latos can't kill them in the arena, he'll finish the job outside. If no one makes it to the arena, the championship's as good as his. There's no doubt about it. What Latos did has already stirred up fear among the contestants. Latos also attacked other competitors during the 31st and 32nd Tenshu's Wars. But his methods were so covert that no evidence was ever left behind. Only whispers and speculation. This marks the first time he's been so brazen, openly killing in the arena and spreading panic among the fighters. It's clear his plan has entered a new phase. And that can be associated with the imminent disaster that Dr. Ajita mentioned. If that disaster is the sin Latos destined to commit, then everything's starting to make sense. Slaughtering for his own selfish desires, only to die a martyr. He's a real head scratcher, this guy. At this point, judging him by his past or future is an exercise in futility. If he's gonna commit a crime, we have the power to stop it. Then it's obvious what we need to do. In fact, I've already got a rough plan in mind. You do? Not bad. Before we move forward though, I need to contact Vita again. There's something I need to confirm with her. He's really fired up this time. After going through that twice, trust me, there won't be a third time. Yeah. Sorry to bother you, Vita, but I need to... The number you dialed is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep. Are you kidding me? Now's not the time for jokes. What can I say? I'm in a bit of a pickle. I'm in a surly mood with no way to vent. What? Thinking about me? Dr. Ajita, why didn't you use that ability to pause system time earlier? Is that some kind of limitation on it? Of course there is. Otherwise the ramifications would be disastrous. In fact, I secretly shared the system admin privilege with you for a bit. At the time, I was fully prepared to wipe the service if we got caught. Right now, the best I can do is back up, Vita's save files for you guys, so that when you log back in, you'll pick up right from where you left off. Figures much. Vita, since you can see Shen's condition, can't you provide an outsider perspective to help us track down Latos? I still need to focus primarily on monitoring Chrono. If anything goes wrong with her, all your efforts will go up in smoke. After all, she's the actual owner of the account. You guys are more peripheral in nature. No shortcuts, huh? Hold up. Did she just take a shot at us? No worries. We'll split up and still find a way to make things easier for ourselves. Ensuring Chrono's safety is our top priority. Naturally, her protection should fall to the strongest among us. Durandal, for now, I need the two of you to stick together. You've fought with us before, so he's already got a good grasp of your strength. How cautious he is. He won't make a move unless he's absolutely certain he can win. If I'm not mistaken, the second match is about to begin. Your mission is to use the arena as a starting point. Rally the contestants watching the fight to act together so that Latost won't get a chance to act. Got it. As long as I'm around, Chrono will be safe. I'll keep an eye out too. Next, Overseer Teresa. Your task is to head to the martial arts school. There are plenty of space there. With seasoned fighters constantly training within its walls, it'll be the perfect safe house, especially after what just happened. Understood. I'll coordinate with the elderly man at the martial arts school and make sure any contestants seeking refuge are taken care of. And finally, that leaves you, me, and Coralie. I knew you'd pair us up. We'll go investigate Latost's potential whereabouts. The moment we spot him, we'll notify the others. Once everyone gathers, we can confront him together. You think that's a bit risky? I've thought about having Overseer Teresa track Latost. But if the safe house isn't truly secure, it'd give him the perfect chance to take us all out in one fell swoop. Don't worry, Chrono. I've faced him before, and with Coralie by my side, we should be able to buy you some time. As outsiders, we have enough intel to navigate the situation, and Latost isn't completely unapproachable. Indeed, he has shown some signs of goodwill. Ilya, have you heard the saying? The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. A little kindness could be an easy way for him to pull a fast one on us. I agree with Vita on this one. A certain someone seems to me the perfect embodiment of that saying. Is this someone we're talking about? I'm so lost. Anyway, I'm just saying that over-trusting others can lead to horrible consequences. Take the incident at the dance store, for example. Coralie believed Helia would dodge the knives, and Helia trusted Coralie would intentionally miss her. When Song brought Chrono to Amber Street, what they found was... Sure, they had a few mishaps. That part's not on the record. Stop distorting the facts. I was just trying to build some tension. Why can't you play along and pretend to believe me for once? Any other questions? If not, let's get moving. If we don't stop the toss before he makes a move, this will all have been a waste of time. Coralie, how about we start our investigation at the barter store? Sure, it's nearby, worth a shot. What's that? There's something else. When I mentioned our mission, it felt like you had more to say. I didn't. You already voiced my thoughts. Let's go. That moth again! Huh? What's Vegeta doing back? Maybe she got kicked back by Vita for interrupting too much? This is the place. The place was packed, perhaps because of the recent incident with Latost. Not everyone was discussing him, but any mention of him stood out sharply. I spotted Latost's movements after he attacked the students in the martial arts school. If the referee had brought Dormet Eye along, there wouldn't have been any need for bystanders to intervene. Let's just ask someone nearby about Latost. That guy by the door looks suspicious. It's freezing inside, yet he's sweating bullets like he did something bad. Excuse me, do you know where Latost went? No, I don't know anything. Dang it, why is it so hard to get revenge? Let's just hope no one beat us to it. Complete the Dormant 1 test. You'll qualify for the access to the 2, the best tool for preventing crimes. And if I complete the 2 tests, then you'll have my eternal gratitude. For that, can you explain what it actually does? It evaluates emotional fluctuations and criminal intent in real time, assessing a score afterwards. If the score exceeds the acceptable range, it enters riot control mode. What if someone stays perfectly calm while attacking? If it strikes me as that type, then I suggest you grab it and head to the phone booth near the martial arts school. Look for Vegeta, trust me. With her help, you're bound to hit the jackpot. I guess the loud man it is! You guys want to know where he is too? You're the 5th group today. The first 4 are either trying to avoid him or plan to take him out before he gets them. Whatever your reason is. Oh, I'll fork over a deluxe edition of Path of King, and I'll give you some fresh intel. Don't fool that scam of his. 3 days ago he said the Tenshi war champ was already decided. If we want to know, we'd have to get him to the deluxe path of humanity. Why the switch from path of humanity to path of the king? Because he obviously beat path of humanity in the interim, you idiot. We wasted so much time. We can't give up now. During all that time we just wasted, I figured something out. Instead of chasing down endless leads about the toss, we should reverse our thinking. The pool of contestants isn't that big. If we stay in contact with Krona and the others, we can narrow down his next target by process of elimination. Brilliant! Hilliard, the next time you want to compliment me, maybe don't do it so loudly. Right, good point. It's too noisy here. Let's head outside and contact the others. Wait! What's wrong? I'm Abu. I'm also a contestant. Whatever you're planning, I just have one thing to say. Don't go after the toast. Wow, you changed your tune real quick. And I see you're into eavesdropping as well. No, it's just that after getting the Jade Plaque, my hearing improved a whole bunch. Hearing your conversation was unavoidable. Especially you, Miss Helia. Every time you mention it, I can hear your heart pounding. I can't read your mind. But it's still easy to see you're not as calm as you act. You're more desperate than anyone else here. I suggest you take a moment to breathe. Impulsiveness won't get you anywhere. If you share what you're hiding, it might help her calm down. I told you, I don't throw away your lives away. Just stay at the barber shop like me. You should listen more and ask why less. I'm not telling you. Oh, fine, I'll spill the beans. Someone wants Latos dead, and my friend Bashan took the job on his own. He doesn't want to kill anyone though, he just can't stand what Latos is doing in the arena and wants to teach him a lesson. He took the job early to prevent anyone else from going after him. Just now, he sent me a brief message. There weren't many details, but it sounded urgent. If he really ran into Latos. So you're planning on leaving your friend to face him alone? It's his own fault. I've warned him countless times. He always overestimates his abilities. Is now really the right moment to be wasting time talking to us? Keep pestering, I'll call for backup. What are you gonna do? I'm done. Why can't you just listen? Talk. At Hell's Rebuke, Abu cowered and pulled out his communicator, giving them the last coordinates and Bashan's last message. Quads are in a pretty remote location. This ticks all the boxes for an immediate disaster, right? Oh, I love this area. It's so zen. Damn it, the toast. You right? What's going on here? I'm fine, forget me. Go help Bashan! He took a side path to lure the monsters away, but his prize gauntlet got busted in the last fight. Shoot, the monster must have been one of his lackeys. He's too scared to show himself, so he sends monsters to do his dirty work. How do you end up like this? Head to the martial arts school. It's safe there. Leave the rest to us. Whoa, that is a new form of spirit. Watch out! When it's off on his breath is knocked airborne, jump and step on it, destroy it, and stun it. Okay. Oh, it's only when it's knocked airborne. I don't think we have the ability to actually do that while we're doing this. To actually let go of it or something. There we go, so we actually get an opportunity to do it at least. Well! Thanks for your help. I'm Bashan. You guys are incredible. You're Bashan? From the name, I thought you'd be some hot-headed brute. Crowley! I mean, your charm and demeanor are way beyond what I imagined. Bashan, I heard you took a direct hit from that monster. Are you injured? I'm fine. Good thing I acted fast and left. I left Abu a message before bolting. He may be a bit of a wimp most of the time, but when it counts, he's a real friend. Can't believe we actually found two pros like you to come and help me. Abby was actually trying to stop us. Whatever. You shouldn't talk to him yourself. Or you should talk to him yourself. No. Better settle this now. Huh? For the next 5 minutes, Crowley meticulously laid out all of Abu's doing. But then even Bashan's expression had darkened. And only then did she return to her usual self. Thanks for the reminder. My mom always warned me about this before I came here, but I didn't take it seriously. This time, I would like to have you both, but I can't help with stopping the toast anymore. That's fine. Just head to the martial arts school. Staying with Abu might be even worse. Crowley, you. Well, it may be harsh, but it's the truth. Yeah, well done. Bit of a shame that Abu missed it. Abu came to us for one simple reason. If he couldn't stay faster, he could figure out how to gain 2 new friends. To him, friends are no different from tools. Useful when they can serve his purpose, disposable when not. If they were to inconvenience him, he'd swap them out. Exactly. Keeping someone like that around is risky. If you were eating out together, he's likely to watch you choke on the floor and worry he needs to pay for you. You dealt with this before. When I was little, someone toyed with me out of morbid curiosity. Since then, I've stopped bothering with so-called friends altogether. But what I said doesn't apply to you, so don't take it personally. You weren't really expecting me to say how I thought we were already friends, were you? I mean, if you feel like it, I'll totally be down to hear it again. Anyway, let's update the others where we stand. Already did. Come to meet us at the martial arts school in 5 minutes. Huh? Back off, Crowley! Enjoy sneaking up on people, do you? So he was here the whole time. Was he the moth? I doubt it. My ambush was merely to move things along. Your idle chat has already wasted far too much of my precious time. Crowley, are you hurt? Good. Good thing you reacted so fast. Before I got here, I thought Balsam was your big catch. Or perhaps bait to lure in other targets. If anyone tried to save him, you trapped them all in one go. But now it's clear to me that we were your real targets. The Tusk said nothing. But the fact he let Bashan walk and spared those whom he had rescued told everything that they needed to know. A true victory for the patient, huh? What if the one saying Bashan was that girl with a ponytail who already stopped you once before? Would you still jump off the rooftop to lob a cheap shot at her? My informants would ensure she never crossed paths with me here. Then again, given her strength, this task wouldn't have fallen on her shoulders. Right. The big shot has bigger and better things to do, so you only pick on the easy targets, is that right? Even puny insects can have their value on occasion. Fine, I guess it's our unlucky day. But you do realize we're not at the martial arts school in 5 minutes. Things will get messy. In 15, others will trace my messages and follow us here. Suppose luck's on our side. You should say your goodbyes to your companions rather than communicate with me. Your time's running out. I don't understand. Becoming a Shadow Knight or chasing eternal life. Either of these should be easily achieved for someone with your power. All you'd have to do is step into the arena and rack up victories. So why resort to killing? It's completely unnecessary. Unnecessary. I take great pleasure in combat, do you not see that? Not from what I've seen in the future. Right, almost forgot. We're outsiders, visitors from a world beyond yours. If life is a leaf, we've seen yours turn from green to yellow to dust. You're barely hanging on to that last bit of green right now. So here's a friendly tip. If you stop now, maybe you'll still be able to save yourself. If that's true, it only proves one thing. That I've chosen the right path. I thought you were just some riddle spouting weirdo. But you're a full-on lunatic. How the hell did you even reach that conclusion? It seems there's another me in your hearts. I don't know what he looks like, but from it you seem to have great respect for him. That respect keeps you from spurning me outright. Instead, you're searching for where I've gone astray. So, do you really think if you understand why I want to kill, you'd stop at the source? That's our hope, yeah? Since you've given up your chance to say your last words, I'll return the courtesy and tell you what you want most. The reason behind it all. Long ago, I had a dream. In the dream, I saw a strange entity. It couldn't survive under blazing light, but in complete darkness, it was nowhere to be found. It only existed for a fleeting moment. A moment where all living beings shivered in fear, screamed and closed their eyes in terror. And in that instance, it appeared. Born from fear, it cursed everything it touched. And the people gave it a name. Shadow. Easier to forge than any firearm, sharper than any blade. Shadow was power in its purest form, but ignorance wrapped in its layers of mystique, imbuing with a dark allure. Through conquest and submission, this untamable beast reshaped the dream world entirely. It was beautiful, pure and perfect, and I longed for it with all my heart. If it was only a dream, that would be truly a shame. The moment he finished speaking, the surrounding air was suffocating, thick with tension. It fed on the dread clinging to Helia and Coralie, expanding until not a shred of calm could survive. Coralie, I think we've been wrong about something this entire time. The Toast Sin wasn't slaughtering the competitors in the 33rd War. It was... yeah. Who would have thought that one responsible for birthing the curse in the shadows would be standing right before us? Curse in the shadows. An apt moniker if there ever was one. Don't be absurd, the Toast. Absurd? You misunderstand me yet again. It's precisely this absurdity that fuels my belief. And because of this belief, I'm obliged to kill you both. Right here. Alright, I gotta just stall for time. Okay. My hands are shaking. Am I scared? Dodge this! Shit, he dodged it! Stand up. The shadow of the past haunts my every nightmare, chasing me, binding me, dragging me down into the abyss. Because they don't end the chapter here. It's always been like this. Trying over and over only to fail. Again and again, nothing but failure. Oh, I need to run. Ow. Hey, I shouldn't be able to hit that. Interesting. Look up. I look up and I just see a giant eye. Wait, I was saying, are they no longer affecting me, or? Don't worry, get yourself together. Oh my god, the internal fight! I love how our games always portray internal fights like this. And this is a good one, because you're running away from it. But the words in your head are slowing you down. Let me take revenge on this motherfucker. I'll conquer my fears and push forward. Oh my god, yes. Is this it? I think this is it. We have an animated cutscene. What the fuck? Please tell me she'll actually be on the outside of the game, and it's not like in Digimon, where she'll now have Eden syndrome. We're a hair too late. Go ahead and run. But if I catch you again, it will just be your plans that I put a stop to. Tell me when that happens. For now, however, we can't give him what he wants anymore. When Kurai disconnected and everyone strays from the plan, the Toast could easily exploit the situation. Let's put the mission on pause and head back to the Hyperion. We'll have more time to strategize outside the system. Besides, I want to check on Kurai as soon as possible. I've gone over those contestants, and there are still 11 people outside the martial arts school. At least all the people who've gathered near the arena have entered it. With Baiji there, it should be safe for now. She's still alive, right? It's always the same. Fortune never arrives alone. A bird always flies ahead, heralding omens and auguries. The same applies to misfortune. Can someone explain to me why a perfectly normal kid comes back from the Mars system like this? Dr. Tesla, please calm down. The situation is under control. You jerk, if only I could. Chibi. I wasn't talking about Coralie, okay? I was just discussing work. Now go finish your homework. I leave this to you before Mophead and the others show up. Huh? I never said the Dreamseeker system history is just plain history, did I? After all, simulations generated by quantum computers of this scale are almost indistinguishable from reality. It's not outside the realm possibility for them to affect the real world in some way. But it's strange. The way the NPCs in the system acted was vastly different from the original history, going as far to interfere with reality. Though this journey began before Hylia and Coralie found the terminal, it's only recently that real people started entering it. I didn't foresee this kind of twist. I've been outplayed. A real blunder on my part. I didn't peg you for the type to own up to reality when you were bested. I was against this from the start. What does Mars have to do with Earth anyway? Why should Coralie end up this because of some mess on some distant planet? Celia and Dr. Einstein boarded the ship an hour ago. The divine key is with them. What good does that do, as long as we know? You know as well as I do that the Director only keeps this under wraps to avoid mass panic. Enough. Hylia is here. What caused all this? It was the question Hylia was asking herself 100 times, amid the ringing in her ears. It surfaced once more. Ever since returning to Hyperion 11, her thoughts had drifted through a realm even she could not fully grasp. And yet, instinct still granted her the power to construct the past the moment she closed her eyes. No one could resist closing their eyes. Nor could she stop herself from recollecting. After all, it had been less than 2 hours since it all began. The hallway outside the emergency room buzzed with noise, but none of it could pull Hylia from the fog of her memories. The first thing she recalled was the moment she accidentally pinned Coralie's ear under her hand. During that brief exchange, she realized for the first time that Coralie, despite her distant demeanor, radiated warmth like a small sun. And for the first time, she also saw how disdainful Coralie's attitude towards death truly was. But now, everything's changed. Death was no longer some distant concept. It was bearing down on Coralie, eager to bring her life to a permanent standstill. I'm not just trying to find out what I can do. I'm also aiming to create an outcome where I can save everyone. Even though I can't achieve that right now, no matter how many times I extrapolate the footage. Maybe next year's version of you can pull it off in 6,000 tries. Coralie might have been right, but predicting the future wouldn't change the present. Just as these relentless memories offered her no respite. But I never got the chance to tell you, in this world, it's not just the talented who work miracles. The stubborn do as well. The fact they're standing there, piling up rocks in the first place, is a miracle of its own right. And of course, she remembered Corali's clumsy worded attempt of encouragement. But what if something unremarkable and cowardly insisted on acting stubborn? Climbing mountains, only geniuses were meant to conquer. Was she destined to be crushed by the boulder? Or worse, cause others to be crushed in her stead? No, that won't happen. She buried herself deep in the darkness, fighting off the invasive and toxic thoughts. We promised to meet on the other side. It won't happen. It can't happen. Helia? Senpai. And Krona? Helia, Vita's finished the fine-tuning the system, and Krona has had some rest. In 15 minutes, the Overseer will hold a meeting to discuss our next move. Once a consensus is reached, we'll re-enter the system. There's no point in waiting any longer. Phew. I understand, Senpai. Even if we believe that everything will be fine, it's time to act. Golai's surely doing her best as well, so don't worry. I'll pull myself together before the meeting starts. Helia. I'll say it. Helia, maybe you didn't hear. 6 minutes ago, Golai... What the fuck? Okay, what the fuck? No! Fucking Impact Third, man. This is why we are terrified in Star Rail. Impact Third is not afraid to kill their characters and then bring them back eventually. All sound vanished. The world plummeted into a bottomless abyss, taking with every emotion that was supposed to surface, along with the last flicker of hope she had clung to. What caused all this? Well, do you have the answer now? Do they? I'm gonna say, did they really have to keep her there? So she's not gonna be there now, which is handy, but holy Alright guys, she's okay. See, she's here. She's fine. She's fine. Honkai they didn't do it again and kill the main character. She's here. She's fine. Okay? And we're gonna leave it there. Alright? Now my problem is... Oh. Now my problem is... I keep getting told Final Fantasy is gonna crush me. Right? And it's going to be emotional. Honkai's over here doing this shit. It can't be any worse. It cannot be any worse. So, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has come out both on the recording and the stream, as this is where we'll be ending it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I got to do some thinking and some crying. So I'll see you next time. Logging off.